Hi, AP Bio. Okay, so this is video number 1 for the agenda for day 4, which is Thursday, March 19th. So first I wanted to start by addressing some questions that have come up. So a few questions. One is someone asked, is an email okay for small questions? Yes, email is okay for small questions, but I'm going to talk about something else that I'm trying out for questions as well. There won't be online classes taking place when we normally have class, as I think probably most of you have figured out by now since we haven't been having them, at least so far. That's not the plan. Maybe we'll have it in the future, but not right now. And deadlines are suggested. So what I mean by this is that because we know everyone is having a different time with this whole situation, and because we know that that this is a hard time and we're all figuring things out, so we're making the deadline suggested currently. It doesn't mean that the homework's turned in when we come back, like that you should just wait until then. It means that you should still be completing it along the way, and I am going to shortly start putting things into PowerSchool, but it just means I'm being more flexible about when I let you turn things in. Also, on that note, I know a lot of you are having a hard time with turning in photos of things to Google Classroom, which I totally understand. Like, technology is pretty annoying sometimes. So, first, if say you have a bunch of notes, if you just take a picture of the first page and post that, I'm going to trust that you completed the rest of it. Like the flashcards, if you take a picture of, half them with the word and half the definition up, you don't need to have both pictures. I'll trust you that the rest is done. Moving ahead, most things other than your reading is going to be electronically, like a Google Doc type situation, so it should be easier to turn in. You shouldn't have to worry so much about turning in photos of things. But yeah, okay. I think that's everything related to questions that have come up. Some other logistics. So due today, meaning Thursday, March 19th, is the Hardy-Weinberg pre-lab, and you should have turned that in on Google Classroom. So it was a Google Doc with your name in it, like one made for you, and you should have just turned it in on Google Classroom. So that hopefully was pretty straightforward in terms of the logistics part, maybe not the math part. We're going to go over that in a second. Well, actually in the next video. And then the other thing due today is I've posted quiz 6-1 to AP Classroom, and you need to complete that by 6:30 p.m. today. That's going to close out. So it's on AP Classroom, and this is honor code. You should not be using additional resources while you do it. Obviously, I have no way of ensuring that that is the case, but I strongly recommend you actually do that. Otherwise, it's not going to be useful practice at all. So, honor code. Don't use anything else while you do quiz 6-1. It's on AP Classroom now, and you have until 6:30 p.m. today to do that. So, just a reminder: when you go to Google Classroom, you're going to have a link to AP Classroom there. You'll go to that, log in, and then it should be pretty straightforward to find it. But definitely email me if there are issues with that, since that is time sensitive. And then your homework upcoming, so due on Monday, will be the Hardy-Weinberg lab packet. I'm going to talk about that more in the next video. And due on Tuesday is going to be reading 6-2. So this is your next reading assignment, and I will be posting that to Google Classroom just like normal. It's pretty much just going to be a normal reading assignment, so that shouldn't feel any different. Okay, next set of announcements. If you have questions about Hardy-Weinberg, I want you to put them in the Google form that I've linked here. It's also on Google Classroom. If you go to where the announcements are, it's right here. because that will be an easier way for me to collect everyone's questions. And then in my next video, I'm going to address those. So my plan is on Monday to be answering a bunch of your questions about Hardy-Weinberg. Additionally, if you want help with Hardy-Weinberg, I want you to respond to the doodle that I've linked here. Again, that's also here on Google Classroom, because I'm going to have a Google Hangout virtual tutoring session either tomorrow, Friday, or Monday at whichever time most people are available. So please do complete the Google form and the doodle if you're having any issues with Hardy-Weinberg. And Hardy-Weinberg is a pretty challenging concept. It's probably one of the most challenging concepts we have left to study this year, so I would strongly encourage you to reach out for those things. And Ben and Lisette, please do let me know your answer to the question highlighted in yellow on the link I've put here. And I think that's all for this video. The next video is going to be about Hardy-Weinberg. This one was really just about the logistics. Okay.